Bane sounded like he was doing a Bill Cosby impression.
I still haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't made it there yet.
Oh, Dark Knight Rises? Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
And jump pudding pops.
What did I just
Sorry,
watch?
I just ruined the Dark Knight for you then.
That's alright.
I just watched The Avengers. That was pretty good.
Oh, that's good
You
stuff.
finally just saw it?
Yeah,
Nice.
that was okay.
I kind of loved it.
I liked it.
I-
Good times.
What, you didn't like it, Hannah?
Oh, no, I loved it. It's fantastic.
I'm more excited for Age of Ultron.
Oh.
Well, who isn't?
I don't know how they're going to pull it off, but I can't wait to see Thor next week.
That's going to be good stuff.
Yeah,
I am
the
excited.
first one was pretty good. I didn't expect it to be very good.
The one that has surprised me out of the three of them was Captain America.
Oh, I didn't. No, thanks.
You like Captain America?
No, I don't like Captain America in general.
I didn't like Captain America until I watched that movie.
That's like if they make a Cyclops movie. I don't want to
Yeah,
see
okay,
that.
yeah, I'll give you
Oh,
that.
dude, but Cyclops has a fucking jetpack.
What?
Never mind. that was in I forget which story arc that was. It was like Cyclops, owner of a jetpack. And he just comes and go, pew!
Oh, Cyclops is the worst.
He really is.
Except now that he's kind of evil. Like, you know,
Yeah.
He's got that cool, like,
X
mask.
space.
Yeah, and his powers are all uncontrolled. I can get behind
Yeah.
that.
Hey, they kind of turned Cyclops into Havoc, to be honest with you.
That's fine by me. Instead of being like, Professor X wouldn't want us to do that. Oh,
Shut up, no one
Oh.
cares.
You guys should be better. Oh, I don't like Wolverine.
Do you know, have you seen that video of them trying to fire Wolverine?
Not yet.
Like, oh, you gotta watch
Apparently
it.
there's
It's-
one out now for Gambit, too.
Oh, Gambit's pretty worthless, too.
Yeah, I like him, but he's pretty worthless.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys ready to start?
Sure.
Ish.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Over there's Knobs.
Gopo!
And over there's the Hannah.
I.
Apologies for anything that my voice decides to do this week. I'm getting over one of the worst chest colds I've had. So I have my tea, and I have my cough drops, and we will make it through this. But let's 50-50. Let's move on to Knobs. What you been playing?
Hey, how's everybody's week, man? Outside of being sick, yeah,
That's about all I had.
yeah.
I just. Not good.
Oh, well, I played a few games here. Monday night game night, Left 4 Dead 2, fantastic night.
I gotta
We
write
had
this
we had our annual crash at some point.
Yes.
I think well, the crash was when the spread was 2 points.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah. Then we reloaded. Then we both had to do. We played Death Toll, and the mission where you make it, through the graveyard to the house with a ding dong guy. Both teams made it.
Wow.
Both teams made it through that point.
Unprecedented.
Even though we had a sneaky charger hiding out in there with the boomer. Ooh. But it was because we made it through, and it was intense. Like, we were down to like our last bastages of health, like just barely with enough to get into that room. And it's like, hurry! That point, and then I'm thinking like, hey, this could be a game changer. We stop them here, and they rolled right through us the whole way. So
a zombie whiff.
It came down to the as usual the finale, and we just didn't capitalize on that big opportunity we had, and I'm 0 for 3 against Moon now.
Wow.
Yeah. Why has he got to be so much better than me?
Well, let's not give him that satisfaction.
Well, it's on recording.
Why has he
now.
got to be so lucky? That's how what you should really be saying.
Yeah. Why does he get so many less common?
Yeah. Cheating. That's why. Game Shark.
Yes.
I mean, if I'm killing 80, 90 zombies in a quarter of the map, there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
Oh, clearly.
Yes, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
The AI director is not in your corner.
No, he is not. I don't know what I did to him. I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
you're
just
keeping him in a job every week. I don't understand what his problem is.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't get it, sir. Balance it. Do the knobs patch and balance me. I need it. I need the helps. All right. Other than that, I pretty much played a whole bunch of GTA 5, just trying to finish the story mode in that game.
Oh, I thought you had.
Nice.
No,
Oh.
no, it was one of those times where I just got distracted by everything else going on in the
Oh.
world. And I did. I
Oh.
finished the final heist. It was a good heist.
Hmm.
And the repercussions between the three characters I thought was pretty good. Obviously, I picked the option C because I wanted the happy, happy, joy, joy ending.
Hmm.
And you know what? It does have a happy, happy, joy, joy ending.
Oh.
I was not expecting that at that point.
Boy, I should probably play that game again, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the big one is a fantastic heist. It's awesome. It is really worth every penny and like every time you spent setting that job up, except for trying to find a fire truck, which is next to impossible because they're only in one spot in the map.
Oh, great.
It is. Yeah. Then after I roll the and steal the fire truck, why is it telling me Skype wants to close? I'll cancel you.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
That's
Anyway.
a pretty good idea.
So after I steal it and I stash the fire truck for later or whatever, and it seemed like every turner I was going by, there goes a fire truck. There goes a fire truck. I'm like, this is BS, man. I literally rolled the entire city trying to find this. It was a lot of fun getting all your getaway cards and gearing them out for the heist. You had to put like extra stiff suspension because what you're carrying is very heavy.
God, that's the stuff I love doing in those heists.
But no, it's like you have to find. I think they're called gauntlets. They're like the Camaro style car, like the newer updated Camaro. And yeah, they look awesome. And I'm like, you know what? If I'm spending this money, I might as well give 3 different colors for them. And they totally look. It looked awesome as we're all blowing out of this place, and we're all in
Nice.
different colors of the cars with the racing stripe down the middle.
Nice.
Completely as conspicuous as you could possibly be. I might as well have chromed them out at that point.
How many hours did you have on the clock when you finished it? Do you
I don't know. I was probably 45, maybe 50.
Wow, okay.
And that's counting a lot of time screwing around with the multiplayer and doing other crazy side stuff.
Yeah.
There's the side stuff is totally worth it. There's one with Franklin where I literally pulled up to this top of this hill, and then all of a sudden Franklin's having a conversation with the dog. Mind you, he wasn't smoking anything at this point.
Okay.
Just starts having like a Lassie style conversation, and then the dog starts talking crap to him, and he's talking crap right back to the dog. He's like, "What do you mean this dude's stuck in a tree? Hey, easy, buddy. I wore rubber that night." Like it was just like all this crazy conversation. Probably one of my favorite things in the game was watching. Then all of a sudden you go down this hill, and of course there's a dude hanging from a parachute in a tree, and Franklin's like, "I can't believe I understood all of this. This makes no sense."
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
But Franklin ended up being probably one of my favorite characters in this game by far. I really liked Michael's characters. I enjoyed Trevor's madness, but Franklin was. I don't think they captured that thug life, gangbang or ghetto style guy, and didn't go over the top with it and make a caricature of him.
Well,
Even Lamar was believable as a dude.
Well, and they make Franklin so likable. Throughout the entire game, that's really just their focus is this isn't a bad guy. He's a good person in a bad situation trying to make better of it.
Yeah.
He's trying to make better in a bad world. Is what he was doing. Like it's not that he wasn't. It's not that you couldn't see what he was doing. The guy doesn't really do anything redeemable other than sticking up for his friends and whatnot. But he was just a genuine. Like it didn't seem like he was a caricature of a real person. He actually seemed like a very believable persona.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic to play. And especially after, I won't spoil it, after the credits roll, log back in as Trevor because something crazy happened.
Nice.
If you don't pick option B.
Have you spent a lot of time with the multiplayer in the last week or so?
Oh no, it was just that one time with the jet shenanigans.
Okay.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't really have any desire to play that. Really.
It doesn't sound like there's too much going on there.
it's amazing what they did and what they were able to do and the way it functions. But unless you're playing with your friends, I could just see that being a nightmare.
Mhm.
So unless we're all getting together and shooting around in San Andreas or whatever,
Steelport, who knows?
whatever, insert blank city here. But it's yeah, it was good. And then after I finished that, I was like, hey, I could go buy a new game.
Now I'm
Because
allowed to buy a new game.
I feel okay with that now because I was on the fence about this next game, whether I was going to pick up Batman Arkham's Origins.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm on
I-
the fence
hey,
myself.
did you guys know that what's his name's Bruce Wayne's parents are dead?
What?
Wait, what?
Spoiler?
I had no idea. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
What is so traumatic as a kid? I don't know, man. I feel bad for the dude. Now I know why he's so angry.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What platform did you pick this up on?
I
360?
picked up on the 360, and I think that might have been a poor decision.
And why is that?
Because it's crashed more times than I can count at this point.
Really?
Yes.
That's something I haven't heard about that game.
It is hard locked. I can't say consistently, but it just all
Let's
of a
say
sudden, like I'll walk
regularly?
out, right? Yeah, within a PlayStation, I think I've played 6 hours of it already.
Mm-hmm.
And it has literally crashed at least 7 or 8 times on me
Wow.
Nice.
in 6 hours.
So,
All right, so anyway-
Toxic Joker in chat says they're releasing a patch Tuesday for Origins, fix freezing and tearing issues. So maybe you run into some of those bugs, or your 360's dying.
Or I've ran into every one of them.
That seems like something that would happen to you.
Yeah.
Like everyone else has this great Batman experience, and there I am, like, oh, zipline dead.
You're just
Oh!
you're just waiting for the knobs patch.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I need
for
to
the
patch
knobs
me up,
patch.
sir. But no, it's good. It kind of goes full go boogie right from the start. I only made that joke because of the trailer for the game, which is actually all you need to know about Batman is in that commercial.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's pretty much Bruce growing up, and it's
Oh.
literally right there, where he is.
My favorite thing about this game so far, I haven't purchased it because I still need to finish City, is everyone expecting this to be an origin story for Batman? When I'm not really sure that they've ever said that.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's the origin of Arkham City, to be honest with you.
Yeah, or like the Asylum or something.
I don't even think it's getting to that point.
Well, and do you really want to play the Batman origin story, or do you want to play Batman Year One? Because Year One seems a lot more appealing.
I think this is more along those lines. I'm not a Batman aficionado, even though I do know his parents are dead.
I think 2-year-old babies know that.
But I don't know why they need to keep reiterating that in every game.
But my parents.
I'm sorry. I mean, if you buy a Batman game and you have to explain that, there should be a hand that comes out and boom.
It should be
Just
a
smacks
loading
across the-
screen tooltip. Pro tip:
Not-
Bruce Wayne's parents are dead.
Not even that much. I don't even think it needs that. Hey, guess what? This kid's got no parents.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's Brewster's Billions under there too, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. He's got
Yeah,
parents.
that should be another loading screen. Batman is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know
can't
that,
figure it out for some reason, even though he's
that
pretty
should
smart.
be on a question here as you buy the game. All right, this is Batman. Do you know what happened to his parents? Yes or no? If you check no, you're not allowed to buy it. It should be a litmus. It should be a litmus test. Should be 2 questions.
Yep.
Who's Batman? Bruce Wayne. If you don't know that, you're an idiot. Sorry for those who don't know that, but you don't.
Well, now we have just educated them.
Yes.
Now you can go buy Origins.
Anyway, yeah, it took a little bit of time to get back into the flow of that game. I still counter way too early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where this game is going because it just kind of drops you in the world, and it's literally Arkham City size. like right away, and you have no idea what's going on. You're not focused in any direction you have to go. All of a sudden, you're dropped in. Hey, there's a group of dudes. I'm gonna go beat them up. Hey, there's another group of dudes over there. I'm gonna beat them up. That's pretty much it. All I know of the game itself is there's a rumor of the Batman going around, and then Black Mass puts a bounty on your head and sends 6 assassins at you. I think.
Huh.
I think it's 6, and then you're just trying to figure out, well, who's Black Mask? Why does he have a bounty on my head? Whatever. It's Batman.
Yeah. Would you say these 6 are relatively sinister?
No.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm
Also,
fired.
I want to leverage one complaint about Batman. I really hate that everyone calls him the Batman. Just call him Batman. Are there 2 of them? Not usually. It's not Batman Incorporated over here. Like,
hey, it's not Nightfall or anything.
yeah, like, oh man.
Oh, that's some deep Batman knowledge right there.
Yeah, you're really
I think I
hitting it
lost
there.
a few folks on that one.
Yeah, they just see you guys next week.
No, but it's the Arkham games all over again, and at this point, I really don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I just feel fatigued of that style. It is just I spend most of the time in detective vision because other than that, you can't see anything that's going on.
Yeah.
It's still fun. It did do a couple things really good so far. Like I got the one shot one of the assassins, which was so gratifying.
Nice.
It was this guy comes up all electro fist knuckle guy, whatever his name was. Not one of the Sinister Six, but he comes all rolling at me, and all of a sudden he just throw one punch and he's out. I'm like,
Nice.
really? I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
Some Indiana Jones business.
Yeah.
And then the horde comes in around you, but it's really cool.
So
And that guy's still out on the floor.
so you're mentioning that you're kind of fatigued about the Arkham style Batman games now. What do you think would make you feel a little bit more excited about those games again?
Maybe a ridiculous story arc. I don't know, something that makes Batman do something that's not Batman.
Yeah.
Not the Batman.
See, the thing that I would get more excited about is if they went back to Arkham Asylum, where no open world stuff, just like a really focused. That island wasn't really open world. It was very much a semi-traditional Castlevania, like a Metroidvania game, which was really great because you'd have this very deliberate thing. There wasn't too much stuff to explore. There weren't 500 Riddler trophies to collect, and 1,000 Catwoman ones.
I really love the first Arkham City, and you know what sucks about these games is that's the only way you can make a Batman game now.
Yeah,
nothing else they can do with this series can change what this game did for Batman.
Yeah.
It's like you can't change that one hit punch and counter system that it's got going because it makes Batman feel like such a badass.
Yeah.
Like it's such a satisfying, smooth experience that this guy is a ridiculous fighter and just a flat out brawler.
Well,
and
I wonder if they can actually go back to having it non-open world anymore, because realistically, can you even have a Batman game that isn't in Gotham or Arkham Island?
It maybe have a Metropolis or some of the other fictitious cities in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of, or have them in a set, like the whole Lazarus Pit with Ra's al Ghul section that was in Arkham City, but actually have him go to the Far East to do that and do all that stuff, or the training with the Shadow, what is it called? The Shadow People. What the
Shadow People?
I have no idea. I can't remember at the moment.
The guys that train Batman. Come on. The League of Shadows.
There we go.
There it is.
There, yeah.
I was gonna say Shadow Fist, but that was really right. Yeah, I mean, that almost sounds like making an Uncharted game out of the Batman origin, but that would be okay.
That would be
okay with that.
I would be okay with that same kind of growing up as Batman type of situation before Batman was Batman.
Yeah.
it just feels so much of the same stuff, and the city's almost recycled from Arkham City.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the Ace Chemical building, I don't know what any else thing looks like. It's the
Yeah.
only building that stands out.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of good that it's still the same level of quality, even though Rocksteady isn't making it.
Yeah.
But maybe it needed. I think that's the problem we're getting into with a lot of games here at the end of this generation. Is you would expect that Rocksteady's off making something for PS4 and Xbox One, and then they're just saying, well, we can kind of squeeze out another one of these guys, sell another million at the end of this life cycle, make some easy money. How about you guys do it? And it's like, well, okay.
I mean, the formula works for Batman. I mean, there's no way around it. I can't, like I said earlier, you can't make another Batman game that's different from that setup.
Right.
There's nothing else that I've ever played that captures what it feels like to be Batman. What I imagine would be to be Batman.
Yeah.
Where literally nothing coming at you is a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a regular dude. With one boss fight that I did get through, I think I got 2 of the assassins down, maybe 3. I don't know. I've lost track. Deathstroke was amazing fight.
Nice.
Oh, I saw that in Game Trailer's review. That looked super cool.
I mean, you can't just go at him because he counters everything you do, and then you got to counter off of him. You got to play off of his being off balance, and the flow of that was a legitimate, like,
yeah,
like just the intensity of that fight was. I don't think they've captured anything else in these games ever except for the Solomon Grundy thing, which was madness.
That was awesome.
Oh man, that was probably one of the craziest boss battles.
Was that in City?
Yes.
Okay, I really got to play that. That game seemed good.
The game was fantastic. Like I think that's like a high watermark. The only place they could go above and beyond without making a continuous environment like you had with Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. Like Arkham City is the progression of where that went, but I don't think there's much that can go past that.
Yeah.
But going back to that, probably my favorite. I love when you die in that game or get knocked out or whatever, incapacitated, because the little cutscene at the end where they're talking smack to you over your corpse or something.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, like Deathstrokes. The 2 I saw for Deathstroke were fantastic. One was what a waste of talent, and then caps you.
Wow.
Ooh.
Or just want to let you know you died with honor. Like I was like, that's really cool of that dude to say that. But when you beat him, probably my favorite line of the game is so far is as you're landing the last blow and you knock out Deathstroke, like as he's like, "What are you?" Because he's the king of the assassins, like he's the baddest of the bad.
Yeah.
And you just laid him out. But you know what? All things considered, I'm enjoying it. There's still way too much stuff to go. I wish it was more focused.
Yeah.
Because you got these Riddler towers, you got the unlocks, so you get fast travel everywhere. Only way to fast travel with Batman is probably one of my favorite things that they've done with the Batman license is, I need to fast travel. Boom! Shoot your grappling hook up to the sky and the Batwing picks you up.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Awesome. And then when you get airdropped in, like the Batwing doesn't land, you just go poof, shooting straight down at the ground.
Nice.
It is pretty cool. But there's so much stuff going on. There's too much.
That's why I stopped playing City. Because it's like, okay, well, you just did this thing. Take a look at the map. Oh, there's 400 things to do in this little section. It's like, I don't... Where's the main story? Can I do that? Am I allowed to?
That there is no rhyme or reason to any of this. And plus there's instance events that pop up like crime and progress. Go over to this point and beat up a bunch of dudes. Hey, you stopped a crime.
Here's
hey,
some experience.
Dude's crying. Hey, the dude's crying over the corner. Just leave him there. Whatever. It's not bad. I just wish it was more focused.
Yeah.
Like not focused, but drive you in a path and then open the world to you if you wanted to do. If you wanted to extend your play.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the problem with Arkham. Like, dude, Anarchy's in this game. How many people know who Anarchy is?
I have no idea.
Nope.
Exactly. Oh.
Man.
I don't know. He's a dumb character anyway. Guy Fawkes ripoff. D-bag, whatever. He sucks. I hit in 3 bombs over the city. Huh? You would get them.
No thanks.
Oh
We'll
God.
just start. We'll just start Gotham back over.
But even that, you get to those points, you disarm the bombs. What do you do to bomb? The only logical thing to do is punch the bomb till it turns off.
Sure, that makes sense.
Where did you
Yes.
get those wonderful fists? I don't know. Oh, anyway, I don't recommend not playing it,
Yeah.
but it's a Batman game. It's a known quantity at this point. If you liked Arkham City, it's the same game
Yeah.
from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Anything else you played this week?
No.
Hannah, what you got?
I had a relatively light week. I'm getting a little bit further in Ark the Lad, trying to keep with that one and see it through to the finish. I feel like it's one of those games where it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting really close to the end of the story, and then like the story actually begins.
Oh.
It's like this is gonna be like an 8 hour like prologue,
And it begins.
Yeah.
because it's so far it's been like, that was really easy. That scares me a little.
Yeah. That was the final boss. Oh no, never mind.
That's why everything should have that opening sequence, like the prologue, like in Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
It was one level.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, now a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
like I'm gonna
When
get
Robert
like
Carlyle was coming out of your mouth.
I'm gonna get in there and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, now you can start the real game. Hooray! And I'm gonna be like, I don't wanna.
Yeah. I think I've had my fun so far.
I think scratching the surface might be enough. Other than that, I played a little bit more Splunky. I keep forgetting to try and get a shotgun to the Tunnel Man so that I can actually practice on the ice levels.
Oh yeah.
So for people who haven't played it, the Tunnel Man, after every area is divvied up into like a set of 4 levels. Well, you have like basically the worlds are like jungle. You have the actual initial cave, the jungle, and then the ice. And I actually don't know what's beyond that because I haven't gotten beyond it.
I don't even know. I never got to ice.
Oh wow! And they get divided up into you play 4 of each of those. And at the end of each of them, there's a guy called the Tunnel Man, and you can give him either like bombs or rope. And in this case, I need to get him a shotgun so that he can create a shortcut for you back to that level. And getting a shotgun is kind of a crapshoot. You either have to buy one from the store if it's in stock because it's all randomly generated, or there's only one guaranteed way to get one. And that's to kill one of the shop owners and take it from him, which is
a real
easy.
bad story.
Well, and it's easy enough to do if you come across a shop that has like a boomerang or any other sort of weapon in it. Like, he's not hard to get rid of. The problem is there will now be a shop owner at the end of every level waiting to kill you with his own shotgun.
And that's sort of
and-
underselling it too, because they go berserk.
Yeah, they do.
They
They
go
bounce
nuts.
around the screen. You can't hit them.
Yeah.
Like, you are not going to win that fight. You have to figure out a way around it. And it's just, most of the time, it just ends up getting me killed. Playing a bit more of that, and I keep coming back to that game like, yeah, I'm going to do okay. No, I'm not.
Nope, this game hates me.
Yeah,
You're
it
playing
really
that on
does.
Vita, right?
Yep.
How are the controls on that? Because that has to be pretty exacting.
It's actually very good because the D-pad's really nice.
Yeah.
And there's no touchscreen shenanigans to get involved with. It's just the face buttons and the D-pad, and that's pretty much all I use.
It has trophies, right?
If it does, I haven't hit any of them.
Oh, Spelunky.
It probably does, though. And the last game I played this week is Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut.
Oh, I saw you playing that.
Yeah. So I haven't gotten to any of the actual Director's Cut stuff yet. I've only gotten.
Does he still do his cool little turn?
Wait, what?
You've never done that? When you get it in the cover and you just move him left to right, and he looks like it's animated so
Oh
smoothly.
yeah, he's like
Yes.
swaying.
It's a-
I believe he still does that. It's pretty entertaining. So I haven't gotten any of the director's cut material because it's mostly the boss fights. I haven't gotten to an actual boss fight yet.
Still bombing around Detroit.
Yeah, bombing around Detroit, trying to get to a point where I can like get beyond. I have this problem with this game. I have to still read everything every playthrough,
Oh yeah.
even though I don't have to.
Oh, there's these files on this guy's desk. Ooh.
Yeah,
What
I
was
have
his
to hack
patrol looking like?
everything.
That's how I do it in like all these games. It's like, ooh, this guy
It's-
didn't find anything at 2:13 a.m. I wonder what the next page says. Ooh, nothing.
Oh my god, the floors on 13 were really dirty today.
Yeah, fascinating. I can't help
Yeah.
myself.
I tried to play with the commentary for a little while, but it's been long enough that I don't quite remember the story 100%. So the commentary was just distracting me from that. So that's going to have
yeah.
to be a second playthrough.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing.
I know.
I really
So
love
terrible.
games with commentary tracks. I really
Yeah.
wish that was more of a thing. The one for
Yeah.
Alan Wake was super cool.
Oh, it
The one
really
with
was.
Portal was amazing.
Yeah, the Portal 1 and 2 both had really Portal 2's was even better than the first one.
Yeah. So yeah, playing that, really looking forward to it. They did actually do quite a few things that I even just minor tweaks that they made that I really like. They toned down the bright orange glow that was on everything in the game,
Oh.
Oh.
so it's a little more subtle.
So now it looks more like Detroit, just less orange.
Yes. It looks exactly like Detroit will in about was it 20 years here?
Yeah.
Hey,
And
if there's a city to restart and make everything super futuristic,
hey,
come on, top
can't go
1%,
wrong.
go rebuild Detroit for us.
Just RoboCop will clean up your town. The
Oh, dude,
documentary
have you seen
shows
the,
everything.
You seen the new RoboCop?
No, I haven't seen the
With the
trailer
little,
yet. No.
that was good stuff. I like it.
Dead
I'm
Space
excited.
action
I'm
on that.
excited to see. I'm excited to see Black RoboCop.
Yeah.
Not that just his suit is black.
Oh, I didn't. That's fine.
Oh, that was good. And yeah, that's all I've been playing.
All right, I played a little bit more Diablo 3. I'm so close to level 60, but I didn't really have time to play it this week, so
Yeah.
moving on. Space-based DF9. I have an incredibly fruitful base going on right now on my laptop.
Nice.
I've managed to last for more than 2 hours in the game, I think, so far. But I think that I haven't been back to it because I keep running into a lot of really dumb bugs since it's still Alpha 1.
Yeah.
Apparently they're going to release a pretty big hotfix next week, so I'm just going to kind of wait for that. Just running into a lot of dumb stuff where I have a bunch of people who go to an airlock door and get stuck. So the easy fix is you just destroy the whole airlock room and then they'll go find another one. Except the people who are going to go destroy the airlock are getting stuck in the airlock like everyone else. So next thing you know, I have like 6 people that are all just dead because they asphyxiated there.
Nice.
So that's not really good for my space-based population, so I think I'm going to hold off for a little bit.
I love that space base.
Space-based
Space
DF9.
base.
It's just the coolest
It
coolest name you could come up with. So I think they're going to come out with a hotfix next week, and there's going to be another alpha version here in another week or two, I think. So a lot of big stuff coming in to the game, so super, super pumped. Played more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, and finished the second case. Yeah, not one of my favorite cases in the game. Not really. You can kind of see the ending coming from a mile away, so
Right.
not a real great. One of the great things about the Phoenix Wright series is when you go to the final day of the trial and you don't really know who the bad guy is, but you have all this seemingly disparate evidence laying around, and you're just like, why do I have this lamp? I don't. It let me pick this up, but I don't know where that comes in. And then you're just like, wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Wait. I got. Oh, yeah, the lamp. What's up? That's what I love about Phoenix Wright, and some of these cases in Apollo Justice don't really do any of that. So I'm just kind of honestly, I really want to play this so I can get to the Phoenix Wright 5, and so I can get to the last case of this, which is where Phoenix Wright lost his license. This like big event 7 years ago. So that's really what I'm building to. Blah blah blah. Whatever. The last game I played, Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate.
Ooh.
I was.
Picked up the Vita version because the 3DS is not as comfortable in my hands as the Vita one is.
And because you have taste.
Well, yes, I do, Vita Viking. Yes, I do. So this game, $40. Let me just come out and say that up front because that's important.
Yes.
Looks incredible on the Vita. Super, super sharp, really smooth, no frame rate issues, no craziness. Super great. They have these animated, almost motion comic cutscenes in between a lot of the important stuff, but it's not the bad motion comics where it's like Kai's power tools, sort of like it's characters actually moving on the screen, just
Good.
very little animation.
Yeah.
The guy who took over for Kevin Conroy as Batman, really great.
Does a good job.
Troy Baker as Joker, incredible.
Cool.
You can't.
It sounds like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, you can't tell it's not Mark Hamill, which I love people online being like, I was expecting him to sound different. And it's like, that's how the Joker sounds. So
You can't. Yeah, Mark Hamill made that character sound that way, and you can't change it.
And it's not like the movies where it can be someone different because it's really this different timeline.
Yeah.
It's still the same Joker that Mark Hamill is in the later games, so kind of has to sound... Whatever. Sounds great. Troy Baker is amazing. So put him in more stuff. This game, so far, is really good because it's the exact focused Batman game that I really want, and it's a Batman Metroidvania. So, hey, you can't go the rest of this area because you don't have this powered-up Batarang to do...
You don't have bat missiles.
Yeah, you don't have this electrified Batarang, so go find that in this area.
Oh, man, I wish I had that for some of those puddles.
Yeah. There's no puddles in this game, unfortunately. But
Oh, puzzle, sorry.
It's... And all of it is 2.5D. So it's all that really cool side-scrolling, and then sometimes you're going into the background to scroll to another side-scrolling area. Most of the controls are actually the same as most of the other Batman games. And so far, I don't have a lot of gadgets, which I really like in a Batman game. So I recently picked up the line gun, and I just upgraded the Batarang so they do electrified business. And you start out with the cryptographic sequencer? Whatever that one's called. Best part about this game, you can turn off the the motion controls for the cryptographic thing in the actual minigame.
Nice.
Really?
So, yeah, so if you don't want to do it, you just hit, I think it's a left bumper, and then it just turns it off. You just use the D-pad or the stick. So
Nice.
Kudos to you guys. I like that. Do more of that.
That's pretty awesome.
And basically the story about this is it's 3 months after the console version of Origins, and they have the people you put away into Blackgate in the console Origins are now messing up Blackgate, so you got to go in and take them down.
Nice.
Which even Batman was like, really, man? I was like, just there. Like, right, that was just what I got. All right, fine, we'll go in there.
Just hang a hat on it.
Yeah, and there are 3 segments to the Blackgate. One is Joker's area, one is Penguin's area, and one is Black Mask's area. And my only complaint about this game so far is it seems like it's going to be a little bit short. I finished the first area in about 3 hours. So that leads me to believe that it might be like a 10-hour game, which is fine, but for $40, That's a little... Like, Guacamelee was about a 10-hour game. That was $15. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I know there's a New Game Plus, and I'm going to find probably 100% of the stuff in this game, because I really like how... So a really cool thing about this is it has one touchscreen thing. And I really thought I would hate this. Detective mode is on the touchscreen.
Okay.
And either you
Nice.
tap the touchscreen and it turns it on for the whole screen, or you tap and hold and it has this little like finder window that you drag around the screen to sort of investigate stuff around the environment.
Awesome.
Oh, you talk about the difference between detective mode or evidence gathering mode, and then the other one would be just a regular detective vision.
Yeah, detective vision, you just tap and then it does the whole thing. I don't know what they call the other one. It's a lot like Metroid Prime, where you go into your visor, and so it's super cool. And see these little things around the environment that you can't interact with until you analyze them in the environment.
Nice.
Right.
That's way more fun than I thought it would be. I thought that would be like, oh god, I can't get through this area until I go investigate this. There's little clues hidden around the area for all these different...
Does it have the rewind feature of the crime scene?
No, they replaced that with finding clues in the environment that relate to cases in that section of Blackgate.
Okay.
So, like, the very first one you uncover 4 pieces of evidence that show you how the Joker kidnapped the warden of Blackgate, and it sort of shows the 4 individual pieces of how he got to figuring out where he is and tricking him and all this other stuff. So it seems like it's a little bit neat without sort of stopping you from doing anything in the environment. It's just a little bonus. And if you don't care, whatever, you don't have to pick them up. Doesn't really matter. It just unlocks concept art too, so nobody really cares. I'm really having a great time with it. It looks great. The soundtrack is really great. The combat is all still there, even though it's 2D, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Game's a little bit easy, which I kind of don't mind, because I'd rather focus my time on figuring out the puzzles and figuring out, okay, well, I hit a dead end here. What do I have to do in the environment to get to the next area so I can do this other thing? The great part about Metroidvanias is the figuring out the puzzles of the environment to continue on to the next area. And that has that in spades. I mean, apparently this team is made up of some ex-Retro Studios guys. So it's great to see them take that Metroidvania stuff that they did really well on Metroid Prime and bring it to a great 2D Batman game. And I hear the 3DS version is almost exactly the same. The only difference is use that instead of touchscreen for the detective-y thing, use the circle pad, which whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so I'm only about 3-4 hours into it. Seems really great so far. I don't really want to recommend it at this point because if it is 10 hours, then $40 might be a little too much.
Yeah.
Unless there is a really great New Game Plus something. I don't really know. But as of so far, it seems like a really solid Metroidvania, and we kind of don't get a lot of solid ones. Either they're really bad or they're really great and they just never come out.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime, go play Guacamelee, because I know that's great.
Yeah.
Yes,
Guacamelee
definitely play Guacamelee.
one of the best games I've played this year.
Yeah, definitely.
By far.
And that's all I've been playing, so let's take a break.
Break.
Sweet.
So I'm maniacally petting my dog.
Yeah. Little do you know, there's an upside down Blackgate at the end.
Dude, I would love to play that game.
Oh,
Man.
how great would that be?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Man. And the thing that really impressed me...
But it's called Bizarro Gate.
The thing I forgot to
course it
mention,
is.
too, in there is... I was really impressed that they... when you run into any henchman with guns in Batman, they always have you sneak in the shadows up top. They still managed to recreate that in 2D as well.
Wow.
So you're sort of going like into the background and stringing dudes up, and it's pretty great.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. It's just I'm worried about it being so short.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about it being $40. I don't want to shell out that much cash.
The reason why I bought it is because it was digital and it was really easy, and I've
Yeah.
been so sick when I wake up in the middle of the night, just like coughing my lungs up. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna go back to sleep, and it's like 4 a.m. Why don't I buy Blackgate? That's clearly a smart choice.
Because that's when you make all your great purchases.
Yeah, and it's only a gig, so it downloaded pretty quick. So
Yeah.
how can you go
That's
wrong?
good.
Look at this dog. I just want you to love me. Alright, I'll be right back, guys.
Cool.
Hi.
Oh, man.
You should be tired. You've been outside digging holes all day.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. Need to hydrate.
I'm gonna sit here and have a staring contest with my dog.
Awesome.
Don't you do it. What are you doing, Booms? Hey, Samson. Hey, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Oh, what the fuck? Like, what is God? Oh. Oh.
What's up?
Nothing.
Oh.
He was just spinning around on me. Did you get show notes, by the way?
Not yet.
Apparently, I have 6 gigs free on my on my hard drive.
Wow, that's not good.
Let's see, I have 6 gigs free on there, and then I have 892 on my secondary hard drive.
I think you've got enough.
Yeah, it's just everything runs so much faster off the solid state.
It does. Everything does. That's why I'm really happy with my work laptop. It's 120 gig SSD. So that was just it's blazingly fast.
Oh man, my back is so sore.
Yeah.
So sore. I'm tired of picking up heavy shit.
Thanks. You too.
Hey.
Okay. Did I share show notes with you guys?
Nope.
Nope.
Of course not. Okay, you should have show notes now. For anyone in chat, if you want to start sending in your questions now, we definitely need a bunch of them. We're a little light on show today.
Or we're just going really fast.
Or none of us are really feeling well.
Yeah.
One in my primary box. Alright. I don't like this new categorizing stuff in Gmail.
Oh, you can get rid of it.
Categorizing stuff?
So, Knobs, are you in Gmail right now?
I'm in this awful app. Would you like to store your password for Warner? No. The only thing I do like the Windows 8 tablet that it does is like whenever I click a link, it'll bump out the original app right here, and then where it goes to the actual address on this side.
That is pretty cool.
So it doesn't
Very nice.
bog it doesn't bog itself down within its own confines.
Yeah. But yeah, you can get rid of those little categorizations in the Gmail web interface. They'll appear as tabs on top. There's a little plus sign all the way at the end, and you can select which ones to show or hide. And hiding them makes everything go to your hiding all of them makes everything go to your primary inbox.
Oh, well, that's easy. But it's just like I went through and I didn't realize I had 1,300 messages sitting in my inbox.
Whoops.
So I spent the better part of the day just categorizing them. It was a very productive day at work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's coming out this week?
Alright, you guys ready to knock out this next segment?
Yeah. No?
What?
Did you say no, Brian?
No, I said yep.
Oh, alright. Alright. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases. U.S. release for the week of October 28th, 2013. October is almost over. Halloween next week, kiddies.
Yep.
Oh, and congratulations to Mackie getting married today.
Hey,
on
congratulations.
the 27th. How about that?
Nice.
Good for you, buddy. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for PlayStation 3, 360, and Wii U.
The Xbox One and PS4 versions come out with the consoles respectively, so I've got mine pre-ordered for the PS Quattro.
Nice.
Do you care about Assassin's Creed at this point?
I care that it seems like it has a focus on the sailing stuff, which was the high point of 3. And I hope they deliver on that. If not, this is kind of its last chance with me, I think.
Yeah.
If Pirates can't save you, who can?
Honestly, I just don't care.
3 hurt that franchise a lot.
Yeah.
Revelations hurt that franchise
Well,
for me.
that's true. That's sort of a 1-2 punch of...
That's
hot
where I
takes.
checked out, and I don't care about playing 3 ever at this
No,
point.
3 was really bad.
Oh well. Maybe Pirates will bring me back in.
Don't they
That
always?
was so 05 late. Battlefield 4 for the PlayStation 3, 360, and PC. Please do not talk me into buying this. I will rage out every time I play it.
That game looks super good.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks awesome, but I know where that rabbit hole goes.
Yep. I'm
being very
very
angry.
glad that nothing in that game really appeals to me, because that rabbit hole is deep.
It looks cool. It looks like all the things I love about first-person shooters. I just don't like the games.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
those modern shooters. I just don't like at all. Sonic Lost World for the thirds and Wii U.
That game is not one of the good Sonic ones.
No, sir.
No.
WWE 2K14 for the PlayStation 3 and 360.
Yep.
That's the thing.
That's some
Alrighty.
wrestling.
Yep, wrestling. I don't think I've played one of those, a wrestling game, since whatever SmackDown was for the N64.
God, that game was so
Yeah.
good.
I remember us all sitting around the control, all around one little 19-inch TV, all playing it.
Yep.
Oh, here comes Ric Flair.
Oh, that game was good.
Oh, we had a blast. Castlevania: Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate HD for PlayStation 3 and XBLA and PSN.
That game was okay, and
I was real close to buying it this week.
I think it had a lot of performance issues on the 3DS, and I think it coming out on XBL and PSN, and the PC version comes out later this year. I think that might help it a little bit. It seemed like it was pretty okay.
Yeah. I'm very curious about it, to tell you the truth, because I love that franchise dearly. Deadly Premonition, Director's Cut for the place for whatever to play at the PC station thing.
That game is the best worst game you'll ever play. I can't recommend it enough. I hope it runs well on the PC because the PS3 version was just a bummer.
If not,
frame rate mess.
If not, the PC community will fix it.
That's true. You can always feel better about that. So, all right, moving on to news stories. Quick TVG PSA: GTA 5 is not out on PC, so
Really?
don't download that because there's an 18 gig torrent out there. It's spyware.
Ooh.
Don't do that. It's not. It's not out.
It's all of the spyware.
18 gigs of spyware. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's really bad, and it has it. What's funny is the installer and the download looks pretty legitimate, and then it installs some really nasty stuff on your PC. So that's not out yet. So
I could only imagine.
Don't do that.
I can imagine like malware bites or something pulls up a big middle finger. It's like you're an idiot.
Yeah, that's not. Malwarebytes knows it's not out yet. Come on.
Yeah.
PS4 to launch with a 300 meg day one patch.
That's it?
Joining its Xbox One brethren with its 20-minute download, however big that is. Enables features such as remote play, the share button on the controller, game streaming to Twitch and Uplay, PlayGo, which is playing games as they download, and Blu-ray and DVD playback.
Wow, how is that not standard?
You might want to download that day one, because if not,
oh my god,
sort of have a half of a console there.
You bought a shiny brick.
Yeah, and apparently Sony came out and they said, like, hey, you can play games with it. Like, the console itself works, but there's, some of the features that you probably bought it for aren't going to work.
But we didn't have time to install this stuff, so why don't you just go ahead?
This is kind of disappointing for both console manufacturers for me, because both consoles kind of aren't done, and it seems a lot like they're kind of pushing them out. So that's kind
like
of
they didn't have time to see this coming.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's only 300 megs, and hopefully.
But DVD and Blu-ray playback, come on.
Yeah, that of all things.
Let's go item by item here. I mean, okay, remote play, fine, totally get that.
Yeah, not critical.
Yeah,
share
the
button
share
integrating. Okay, I can understand.
Yeah, but that's kind of the core functionality that sets aside the PS4 from the Xbox One.
I mean, literally,
and
it's a button on the remote that isn't programmed for it.
Download this patch to enable the triangle button to work.
Yeah, game streaming, okay, fine.
Yeah, who cares day one?
PlayGo, also kind of okay, but like there's two really big things there.
PlayGo's fairly important because Killzone Shadowfall is a 50 gig download.
Yeah, I
so
forgot about that.
If you don't have to download the whole thing, then I don't know.
I'm still amazed that I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Or why that works. Like, that is a mystery to me.
Hopefully their network infrastructure is solid enough that all of us can download our 300 meg day one patch, and it won't be like, oh, the PlayStation Store is unavailable. Would you like to watch a movie? No.
Would you like to buy health?
I can't. Would you like to fire a PlayStation Home? No, I don't.
Why is that still here?
No, is that still what?
Is it?
It's still on the PS3. I don't think it's.
Well,
on
no,
PS4.
I know that, but if it's on PS4, that'd be awesome.
I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know.
I hope so. I hope it's there.
Oh man. But on a little bit of good PlayStation 4 news here, Sony at a showing in Brazil showed couch co-op for Knack, which is one of their launch games. One person can play on the PS4 with a controller, and the other person can play on the Vita. So both people can have their own screen, and using sort of this couch co-op / remote play / co-op thing. I thought that was kind of like...
Cool.
I like the idea of that, and sort of bringing one of the better features of the Wii U to the PS4, and being like, "Hey, man, you don't have to deal with this stuff on couch co-op on screen, where it's like we need to keep moving. Just no, you're at the bottom of the screen. No, we can't walk that way. That's not where things are. No,
oh man, I missed that argument so much.
Go north.
No.
Go this way.
No, this way. Which way are you talking about?
I don't see you on the screen anymore. It's like, no, I'll just finish the level. That's fine. Whatever."
How did Toe Jam and Earl get that so right and everything else since get it so wrong?
I don't know.
Who knows, man?
Man, do you guys see that the someone apparently has a copy of the Toe Jam and Earl 3 Dreamcast source code?
I did see that.
Yeah, they're talking about releasing it so you could emulate it. Apparently it works for like 10 levels or so, and then just kind of craps out after that. But
Yeah.
it looks kind of interesting. It's basically the same game we got on the original
on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And last news story here is sort of surprising, and there's a lot of things in this news story that I didn't know about. The Ouya 2.0 coming next year, and I was like, oh great, there's a new firmware, a new OS. That sounds great. Nope, whole new console.
Yeah.
Apparently, they made a promise to release new hardware each year.
What?
Which sounds like crazy talk. I was expecting them to be like, oh yeah, it's the version 2.0 firmware, and install this thing and it makes your console faster and all this. No, it's really it's another box entirely. They're looking to update the chips in the box to increase performance, which, great, that sounds fine.
Okay.
And they're also looking to iterate the controller for better triggers, better software, better buttons, which it very much needs.
Yeah.
But why new hardware every year? That sounds kind of confusing to me.
I mean, you're dividing your user base every year.
Yeah. And
why would you do that?
I mean, it's $100, which is fine, but it's sort of like it almost sounds to me like my concern would be remember when netbooks were a really big thing?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh man, I'm going to buy this $100 laptop. That's awesome. I have $100 and I want a laptop. That's sweet. And then they find out that it's actually kind of a turd. And it's like, but I bought a laptop. It's like, no, you bought a netbook.
Yeah.
That's not. And I could see people going, because this thing is available in Walmart, Best Buy, Target. I could see people buying like the Ouya 1.0 and being like, well, it's $50. This thing's $100. I don't want to spend $50 more. And then go and say, oh, this piece of software you're trying to, this new Angry Birds, it's only available on Ouya 2.0 and above. So
that's
fun
balls.
Story.
Yeah.
Well, unless that form factor of the original can just be like they could recall all those, change the upgrades, whatever it is, and then ship it back out. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that would make that even financially viable for the actual company.
Yeah, I don't know. This company seems to be making some really strange decisions.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily understand it.
I mean, I guess
Very
proof
weird.
of concept wasn't good enough.
I guess. I mean, it seemed like it was fine. It just seems like not a lot of people really want to buy the games that they're trying, or they're just using it as an emulation machine.
Right. I mean, come on. I mean, everyone has one of these that's going to play. Do I want to play Words with Friends on my TV?
For you,
Really?
those of you listening to the audio version, he's holding up his smartphone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I agree. Like, I think when you start talking about an Android device, I don't think that that's really something that a lot of people are drawn to, because they already have some sort of tablet, some sort of smartphone. They have a Kindle Fire.
Yeah.
They have some sort of set-top box that, who really needs that? Sorry.
Like, except for the games that you might want to play, like Gun Shadow Gun Run thing, whatever.
Yep.
a XX-23
Check out our new game, Shadow Gun Run thing.
Space Marine thing, whatever. But I mean, yeah, I could see using a controller for that stuff. But I mean, outside those games are designed not to have controllers. So
Yeah. Yeah.
what do I know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but it's been kind of a quiet news week this week. So that's all the news stories we have. So let's take another quick break.
Woo.
Okay, let's pull up emails and stuff here.
Take a quick nap, maybe.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be great for the live stream.
Live nap.
Oh yes, I clapped my hands. I'm so sorry.
No, forget it.
What's going on here?
Noises.
All right.
Goddamn crazy eyes. Ugh. Boomer.
What? What? Huh? What?
Let me see. No.
All you're saying is
no.
yes.
No.
All I hear is good boy.
No. Oh.
Hi, guys. What are you guys doing? All right, you guys ready to do
It'd be fine if
the
you would just look that way.
last segment here?
Look that way. What's that? Boomer. What is that? What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Not my
I'm
face.
shy. It's a camera. I don't like it. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Stop it.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about tweets and out of control dogs.
Man.
Yep.
Nordsjelsagjen on Twitter says, "Have you guys decided which?" Is that your birth name? He or she asks, "Have you guys decided which next-gen console you get at the start, or none at all, or both? What game are you most excited for?" So I'm crazy and I'm getting both, and 2 or 3 games for each console, because apparently I don't like money.
Clearly.
What are you? I'm getting for PS4 I'm getting Knack, Assassin's Creed 4, and I was gonna get Watch Dogs, but LOL. And for Xbox One I'm getting Forza 5 and Dead Rising 3. What what are you guys, Hannah, are you getting either one of those bad boys?
I'm poor.
You're trying to get a wedding, so
Yeah. More than likely, I will buy the PC versions of all these games that come out for your fancy new consoles.
There you go.
Register for one. What's the worst gonna happen? Someone's not gonna get it for you?
Persona 4, Persona Gold in chat reminds me about Resogun for the PS4, and I have to get that. Housemarque, the guys who made Super Stardust HD, is making another twin stick shooter that looks just bonkers.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So here's my deal. I'm gonna go into Best Buy, my Best Buy, and
The one I own.
yes, the one I frequent.
I have special Best Buys.
I'm going there. Whatever consoles available to purchase, I will buy. If they are both there, I'm going to flip a coin and live with the consequences.
I cannot wait for this episode.
It's gonna be great.
Check back in at the end of November.
Just wait until I get shut out, and I will be hot.
Yeah. Oof.
Maybe not. I don't know. I might walk out of there with a Wii U. You never know.
Oh man, that's a much different episode.
Wild card.
Wild card.
He or she says, "What game are you most excited for?" For me, I think it's kind of Knack. We were talking about this the other day at work. I really love a good launch platformer.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to... It's probably not going to be that fun. It's probably going to be fine. But it's going to be beautiful. It's hopefully 60 frames. And knock it out in like 6 hours. Great.
Cool.
Love it.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm really that excited for anything at launch. I'm just more excited to get my hands on the new hardware.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. New
More than
toys.
anything else, and I'm sure I'll find something I'd like to play on it.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew Hexic was going to eat up so much of my time when I first got the 360?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even
Like,
been paying attention to too many of the downloadable games. There's supposed to be a bunch at launch for both of them, so...
But the one game I am super excited for, even though it is kind of a realistic shooter, is Titanfall. Just looks like
Yeah.
a madness I just need to play.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I'm definitely.
I know a
looking
lot of
forward to
people
that.
are complaining about, oh, there's no new launch, there's no good launch games, and there's going to be a drought in between this and the beginning of the year. That always happens.
Haters are gonna hate.
I just need this new hardware. I need it so badly.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just do.
Well, because it's us.
I've come to terms with it. A new console comes out, I need it, except for the Wii U. Because Bayonetta 2 is not out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really need to see Watch Dogs in action as soon as possible, though.
Yeah.
Because I was sorely disappointed in the delay on that game.
Yeah, that to me was a really good, seemed to be a really good showpiece for the new consoles, where it's like, okay, here's it running on PS3 and 360 and it looks great. Here it is on PS4 and Xbox One. You know, blow your eyes out. You know?
Yeah, I just want to see something that's eye-bleedingly sharp.
Yep.
Give me a reason to buy a 4K TV. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Adderblack writes in, tweets, "Hey guys, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Hi.
What horror game has disturbed you the most? And can you have the TVGP meetup in the UK next year?" Unfortunately, probably not, no. They don't let us leave the country. I mean, there's... You know, we have so many infectious diseases that...
We've done things.
There's an embargo.
Yeah, there's really... Customs is not a fan of us.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of weird stuff like that,
boy.
have you been noticing all the commercials for shingles on TV?
Yes.
I don't
Like,
have TV
what
anymore.
is happening?
It's probably
It's
good.
horrifying.
It,
Like,
And I love how
if-
it always brings
If you
out
had the
fact.
chicken pox, dun dun dun, you already have the shingles virus.
It's like, thanks, I wasn't sleeping tonight anyway.
yeah, what?
Great. Every time I scratch myself, it's like, oh, what is that?
Oh god, is it bumps?
What the hell?
Jeez.
You and your lady catheters. Ugh.
Wow, this just... I'm so happy I don't have TV anymore. Man.
You should be.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. What horror game has disturbed you the most? Silent Hill 2. I made it about 5 minutes into there before I peed myself.
Yeah, that
Surround
game.
sound in that
horrifying.
game is not very good.
It's funny. So here's the thing with
What had happened
Silent
was-
Well, and here's let's
first
get the facts out.
The first time I ever played Silent Hill 2 all the way through, I got the dog ending.
How was that? How was that possible?
I don't know.
Only you, Hannah.
I don't know.
That
All
ending
this-
is really great, though.
That ending was insane. It was like 5 in the morning, and I had been playing. I just like I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna play this, and it's like I'm like what?
I just dreamed of this.
Why? And
That's a metaphor for life. If you ever wonder why your life has gone wrong, a Shiba Inu is behind everything.
yes, it really is.
Oh man, I love that little dog too.
Yeah.
Dimebag315 in chat says Fatal Frame 2. Yep, F all those games.
So,
Nope, no way. Mm-mm.
Love
I don't
that.
think I haven't finished them because they're just way too intense.
Nope, I can't
The
take
Fatal
it.
Frame, they're on sale on PSN next week too.
Oh,
they're going to be like $2 a pop. And I'm
Oh,
like,
cool! I can play them on a Vita.
Yeah.
are they? No, I don't think they're on the Vita, which would be a shame. That would be awesome.
Well, I'm not
Oh,
going to play it
man.
either way, so...
Okay, so you know the Vita has like those AR cards like the 3DS does. Imagine a Fatal Frame game with the Vita that utilizes that.
Nope.
It'd be too cool.
Ghosts are in my house. I can't take that.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
give that to the Jersey
Just
Psychic.
peed myself later. In6 Chunks says,
Big-haired hole.
Dead Space? Yeah.
Dead Space was intense.
Both 1 and 2. I think 1 a little bit more than 2, but 2 was still...
Oh man, I just think that game is just perfect.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna have to say Eternal Darkness because I had dreams about that game.
Yeah.
That game had rocked me to my core.
Yeah, that was more like the Lovecraft. I mean, it's clearly Lovecraftian, but like
Yeah.
that, it doesn't have that like straight up like, oh, that was scary, like Fatal Frame does. That's more of a you're sitting there one
No.
day and you're like, something's wrong.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Well, yeah, no. That game just gets into you, and you're
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
it's you just sit there like I don't know how many times in that game I've said to like that's effed up. I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
yeah. It's that level of horror where you don't matter in the horror
I
at all.
know.
I think one of my favorite scary games is probably the beginning of the first Resident Evil with
Yeah,
with the
that
dogs,
mansion.
where it's just
Oh.
like 6 teenagers sitting in a room screeching like tiny girls because these dogs flew through this window.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, Resident Evil Code Veronica I think had another one of those great moments for me where you get up on that helipad and you're helipad. God, I want to become English.
Whirly bird pad.
Whirly bird. The whirly bird.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, so you get up in there, but like all you're armed with at that point you only have is a sniper rifle, and then you just see this thing go woof through the fog, and it's this zombie. It's got this weird like copter arm that's going around
Oh,
like
no,
this.
thank you.
And I was like, I went downstairs, typed out my little save game, and walked away.
Yeah.
I'm tapping out.
Yep.
Very nice.
I don't play too many other scary games though, so I don't.
Yeah.
Can I say Demon's Souls? That was just intense.
Yeah,
No.
that counts. That counts as a fight or flight mechanism.
No, totally.
Intense.
Where it's mostly flight or flight.
Yeah, well, and so I'm going to throw it out there because I played it very briefly for obvious reasons. Amnesia.
Oh God.
No, just no.
I
Just
get
can't.
scared watching people play that game. Oh God.
Oh,
Horrifying.
Sanitarium was terrifying.
Oh.
Oh my god, that game! I mean, that's everything I was hoping hell a cyberpunk thriller was going to be, which
Yeah.
was dumb, but it was awesome when I played it because I was like 13. But no, Sanitarium, those images are just still burned into my brain as they're just the most evil things I've ever seen.
I when it originally came out, you remember Phantasmagoria for the PC?
Yep.
That like
Yes.
7-disc game.
I have all of them in my closet.
Scared the living crap out of me and my friend.
Put those in your PC, burn them, and ship them to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's actually pretty easy to find on eBay.
Is it?
I think they made a ton of copies and they just never sold.
It's funny. I don't even think I don't remember ever buying it or owning it. I think that's from like a friend
It
or
just
like
showed up in the
Well,
house.
or when CompUSA went out of business, he just bought a copy because he could.
It was $1. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I did with Vista.
Yeah. Why?
But I can buy
I have
this
a legitimate copy of Vista.
$50.
Why not?
Sure. Oh, Bill Gates edition. How about that?
Oh, came with Windows Me and Microsoft Bob.
Oh.
In chat, Dimebag13 asks, what overrated game came out that you just can't get behind? And I'm going to restrict this to games we don't talk about all the time.
Oh, Call of Duty.
Yeah, like Call of Duty, GTA 4, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, GTA 4 we flat out didn't like, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's-
I just did not like that game.
We'll skip those games that we typically talk about. There's got to be plenty of games that came out and everyone's like, "Oh man, this game's great," or you bought it and you're like, "Man, this game's gonna be super sick," and it just kind of lands flat.
Ooh, man. I don't know.
Yeah, the game really land flat.
I'm
like
trying-
that.
I'm
Wow.
trying to think of a game that I got suckered in. I mean, Battlefield 3, I just did not enjoy playing
that game
game
never really
ever.
clicked with you, even
Ever.
though you put about 70 hours into it.
Yeah. Go figure.
You
it was one of
gave it a
those
shot.
games. Hey, no one can say I didn't try.
It's true. Again and again.
That even came up at the meetup when Bolger stopped over for a little bit. He was talking about, it's like, yeah, you want to hear Knobs rage out? Let's play some Battlefield 3.
He's just across the park. He's like, Battlefield 3, and you're like, "Ugh,
Oh.
oh my god, why? I don't know. I'm
Man.
trying to think of games like this generation that I've tried that have just been kind of less than. I mean, Bullet
gonna
Witch
say-
is one I
yeah.
played, but that
Man,
that
that was
seemed
a
bad
that was
at the
a
beginning.
bummer.
I'm gonna
That
say
was an
all the
early game.
Splinter Cell games for me.
Oh,
Like all of them. Like I think I've tried a majority of them, and just I get like an hour in, and I'm just like, I don't
this
care.
is so
Oh,
hard.
Yeah.
Max Payne. I had no problem
Yeah.
with that game ever.
Those never clicked with
You
me.
shut your mouth.
Shut your dirty
Hey.
mouth.
Max Payne 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. They
Hmm.
nailed that game.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't. I gotta say the H word, but it's one of them. I just don't get it.
Oh,
I
we've
don't-
talked those games to death though.
Yeah.
In Six Chunks in chat actually has a really interesting one. He says Gears of War 2.
Oof.
That's really interesting. I feel like that's the same problem that we've had with the Halo series, where if it never really clicks with you,
It's not going to.
It's just never an experience that ever is going to make you happy.
Oh
Yeah.
man. The other funny thing was, well, obviously Street Fighter. Street Fighter is a big one for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That game has moved far beyond my taste. It was one of those games that you line up in the arcade to play, like the original MK and MK2, and now what it became, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would also say the Stalker series, like Shadow of Chernobyl.
Oh,
I tried to play
yeah,
them, too.
those are
Very, very talked up, and I can sort of understand why people like them. But then I play Fallout and go, oh wait, I have a better game.
yeah.
Oh, or for me, KOTOR. I can't. I've tried several times.
I've tried all of the times.
And you're entitled to have an incorrect opinion. That's all right.
Oh, you can agree with me or you can be wrong. I get it.
Actually, for me, here's a good one. Far Cry 3. I went
Huh?
into that game really wanting to love it, and the first 10 hours just never clicked with me.
Far Cry 2 for me.
Yeah, Far Cry 2 was rough.
I loved Far Cry 1.
Yeah,
I
even though it's
just couldn't-
kind of rough.
I just could not get into 2 at all.
Yeah.
And I tried. I tried twice to really sit down and play that game. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking back through my Xbox 360 thing like we did last week. Rock Band Blitz.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was dead
Yeah.
dog.
I feel like I'm one of the few people that played that game. Like, everyone else is like, oh man, this game is great. I'm just like, I don't. I can't
That's it.
get behind this at all.
Oh man, there was another one up there. Oh, for me, Forza. I'm not a big Forza
Yeah,
fan.
that never really clicked with you.
I mean, I like all your Codemaster games.
Yep.
Oh.
But when it comes down to playing, like, I just don't feel I have that mindset to really jump into a game like that, because I felt like I've done it 3 games before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I did it with 2, and then I did it with Sega GT before that, and then Metropolis Street Racer. Like, played the crap out of those, and then when it came to absurdly a better game,
Yeah.
I just could not get into it.
Yeah. I actually have one that
Burnout. Burnout's another one.
Oh yeah.
I there's one that I played this week that so Hotline Miami was free on PlayStation
yeah.
Plus this week. Why do people care about this game so much? What is the big deal?
I've always heard that people have loved it because most people are treating it like a puzzle game, sort of like an
Okay.
action puzzle game. You know, oh, if I do this to this dude, I can do this to this other dude. And I haven't. I downloaded it myself because it's free just to see, but I'm almost sort of. I'm going into it knowing that it may not click with me.
I don't think it's going to. I've played about 10-15 minutes total, and like in the first 5 minutes I was like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
And these controls, and it does not control well on the Vita. I don't like the control scheme that they've
yeah.
settled on, because it seems like they're like, oh yeah, use these buttons. But we're not going to assign any of these face buttons that are way, way easier for you to get to. And like trying to do the claw hands with the dual stick and
Oh.
both triggers on that Vita it's not comfortable.
I actually have my perfect game here, Dead Island. I cannot, in my brain will never wrap around why people find this game enjoyable. There's so many people that were like, yep, this is the best game of the year. It's like, we've clearly played very different games.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Dead Rising.
Oh yeah, that's a
I-
game that
I-
I love, but I know I'm one of very few people.
Yeah.
Dead Rising is way up there on that game, so I'm just like, meh.
It's one of those series that if it clicks with you, you're like, yeah, I get this, and if it doesn't, you're just like, no, cannot get behind this.
Oof. I'm digging through my list right now. Oh, Transformers: War for Cybertron. Everyone loved that game. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't that much fun for me.
You know, what's been really great about this generation is there have been a lot less...
I played Dead Island and Brink back to back.
Oh, man. You had a rough week. What I really like about this gen is that it's been really hard to get a game that you don't really care about. Or at least you can respect, where, alright, this game is different, and I can see how someone would enjoy it, but not really.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I have a game
can
for our whoever sent in the last week's question about great games you might have missed. DJ Hero. The
Oh,
game's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
Like, actually.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
see
good
too many
point.
other games in here that we haven't really sort of talked to death.
Yeah, and I can't think of anything like outside of like I'm trying to stick in genres I actually enjoy. Like I could just be like the Civilization series, but I just don't like that genre.
Yeah,
I'm not good
yeah.
at it.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
it's sort of foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
just,
Good question.
I'm just kind of digging through here and seeing if there's anything else that was just really, really good that was a very good game that I just didn't like.
Yeah. Probably not too many more. So let's move on to emails here. Anonymous writes in and says, "Hello, my name is Zero something or other on your site. Question, do you think it's possible that over time someone can get better at Left 4 Dead 2, or is it more possible that I would continue to get my buttocks smeared each and every Monday? Thanks for your valuable time." I think it can get better, yeah. Learning the maps, figuring out your favorite special infected.
You only get better by playing better opponents.
Yes, some chess person said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, that's what it turns out to, because we didn't start off. We're all amazing right from the get go. Granted, Zero, the guys you're playing with are very, very seasoned.
Yes.
I mean, very, very seasoned at that game.
Yeah. Like an aged steak.
they're delicious.
They are.
We are the Black Angus.
Yep. Next email here, titled "Questions from Toxic Joker." Hey TVGP crew, few questions this week. First one isn't gaming related, however I'm looking to build a solid Blu-ray collection. Wanted to know some of your guys' favorites and what you might recommend all around. Pacific Rim?
Oh, boom.
Yeah.
Did you watch it yet?
No, not yet. I have it somewhere. It's in the house.
I'm gonna say the first Blu-ray I ever bought, and I bought it for a really not odd reason, but lazy reason. Gangs of New York, so you can just watch the whole movie
There you go.
without
No
having to get
swapping.
up to change the discs out halfway
Yep.
through. Great movie too, though. I'm sure it looks fantastic.
If you want to start your Blu-ray collection, Scott Pilgrim, you need to buy that.
Yes,
such a
yes,
You
you
need
do.
to buy that.
That's
movie.
one of the best Blu-rays for special features.
Yeah,
Oh.
That and
Also-
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, actually.
really
A lot of
Yeah.
really great features on that one.
nice.
Another great one, if you're into anime at all, or you should just check it out, is Summer Wars. Looks amazing.
Yep. Summer Wars is 1080p anime done right.
Mm.
Both Star Trek movies, the most recent ones,
Yeah,
look
those
really
are
great on
fantastic.
Blu-ray. Same with
Yeah.
all three Iron Man movies.
Oh yeah,
Very,
I'm sure
very
3 looks
clean
wonderful.
movies.
Yeah,
3 looks stupid good.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, almost any action movie you can pick up will look really great. And honestly, a lot of very early color movies.
Yeah.
If they're out on Blu-ray, like Singing in the Rain has an
Ooh.
incredible Blu-ray transfer. I've never seen. I don't know how they did that. But you wouldn't think.
I still don't know how they made Blazing Saddles look that sharp.
That was what I was going to recommend
Oh,
to you as
yeah.
well.
Always
Blazing Saddles looks amazing.
Yep.
And same thing with Young Frankenstein. Looks amazing.
Yeah, some really old, well-preserved film movies are really, really great.
I don't know
'Cause they
how they
can
can transfer that. It just
Well,
blows my mind.
So when they actually do, when it's done on film, the actual resolution's insane. Like they can get
Yeah.
those things up to 4K
Easily.
on a direct, like from the film transfer. It's when you're going from like an old digital copy that you start to lose
Yeah,
Film is
degradation.
fidelity.
crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Another great one. If you haven't seen it, is a fantastic movie. It's Hugo. Is amazing.
Really?
Oh,
On Blu-ray.
I haven't seen that.
It is so sharp, and it's a lot of that things with the old-timey movies, trying to track down the original director and stuff. And,
Oh, yeah.
The Mechanical Man, Bicentennial Man, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wonderful movie and looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice thing about most recent Blu-rays, after probably about the first year or so, almost every Blu-ray you pick up will look and sound amazing.
Yeah.
Unless there was something wrong with the original source material, which is very rare.
Yeah.
Everything you're going to pick up is great. It's not like every once in a while you pick up one of those DVDs, you're like, oh, I can't believe this came out on DVD. It's like a VHS transfer. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Well, I've gotten my fair share of those.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks.
Dimebag315 in chat says The Dark Knight. Actually, all of
Yep.
the
All three of them
all
look
of them
great.
look amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. His
But
next,
Scott Pilgrim, but I gotta
Scott
go back
Pilgrim,
to Scott
yeah.
Pilgrim. Just the
has
particle
everything.
effects. It's mind blowing.
It has like 5 commentary tracks, a really informative trivia track. Really
Yeah.
great. His next question here, with just a few short weeks left until next gen is here, I was curious, what has been the most impressive gaming launch lineup in history, in your opinion? I would go with the
Dreamcast.
NES.
Yes, without question.
What? You wouldn't say the Dreamcast on that one?
No, that's what he's saying. He said he'd go with the
Oh.
NES.
Oh.
I'm trying to look at what the Dreamcast launch was. All right, Dreamcast launch: Soul Calibur, Sonic Adventure, Power Stone, Hydro Thunder, Marvel vs. Capcom, House of the Dead 2, and NFL 2K were in the first year.
Wow.
Yep.
So yeah, that turned out to be pretty okay. Let's look at the NES.
Right, and then Ready to Rumble came out. Crazy Taxi came out. Like it just.
I think
things
Crazy
just-
Taxi was a launch one, right?
Yep.
That's.
I mean, and those games were, especially Soul Calibur, blew the doors off of that system. Like it just.
It really did.
It's
Yeah.
the first time you sat home and had a real arcade experience at home.
You know what? I would really put a vote in was for the Super NES, because not only did it come packaged in the box with Super Mario World, which you're gonna buy anyway, it came with 2 controllers, so you
Yeah.
and your sibling can both play without your parents having to spend all this money.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to beat.
Yeah, I mean it sounds kind of dumb, but I mean if you look at the NES, you know you have Mario, Super
Mega
Mario
Man,
Brothers, and Duck
Metroid.
Hunt as your sort of typical pack-in. So
Yeah. Well, let's not forget about Excite Bike.
Yeah,
that's
come
true.
on.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
there was a actually fairly good launch titles here. I'm looking at the giant Wikipedia article that
Yeah, I was just on
houses
there.
all of this
Really,
information.
Ghosts and Goblins was pretty early on that too.
Yeah, I don't think it was launched, but it was probably first year.
I do love some of the very generic names for these, like for the NES, baseball,
Yeah.
golf.
Oh, dude,
Hot.
RBI baseball was amazing with the little round-headed dudes.
Yeah,
People are still playing Baseball Stars.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because that was still one of the only games that could track multiple seasons for different teams at the same time.
Yeah.
nice.
And you couldn't advance in your season unless the 2 people got together and played.
Oh, here. So Super NES for the U.S. launch. Games were Super Mario World, F-Zero, Pilot Wings, Gradius 3, and Sim City.
What?
That's a pretty great thing you got going on.
That is a good list. Well, and here's the other funny part. I'm noticing, other than the NES, like Nintendo always has these tiny little lists for their launch games here. That's funny.
I'm trying to find the PS2 one. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a lot of games.
PS2. Here,
PS2
all right.
came out of the gate firing.
So PS2, I'm not even going to read off all of them because they're at 30. DOA 2 Hardcore, Eternal Ring, Fantavision, Midnight Club, Radio Rumble 2, Ridge Racer 5, Tekken Tag Tournament, Time Splitters, Unreal Tournament, and a bunch of racing games.
Yeah.
Wow.
Time Splitters, man.
That's kind of crazy. What did the... Oh, here's what the Xbox came out with. Halo. Wow, Halo was an Xbox launch game?
Yeah.
DOA 3, PGR, Cell Damage,
Yep.
Fusion Frenzy, Tony Hawk 2X.
Jet Set Radio
probably
Future.
the best Tony Hawk game.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go with the Super NES. I think that, to a game, is a solid launch lineup.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Xbox launch outside of Halo, I think I own every one of those games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That was a great launch lineup.
Indeed.
All right.
Because I think we played DOA 3 more than any other game on that list.
Yeah, for kind of the whole life cycle of the console. All right, last email here we got from Chris, aka Angel Eye. I have a quick question. Have any of you gentlemen swapped out a hard drive on a PS3? With PlayStation Plus and all the free games, I've run out of space and looked to replace mine. I was wondering if any of you might have any tips or pointers. Keep up the good work. Love the show. I haven't, but I understand it's fairly straightforward. Just unscrew that little blue screw, pull that guy out, and slap a new one in.
Yeah, I've never done it. Surprisingly.
I think the great thing about it is since you've been able to replace that hard drive legitimately for so long, there have to be about 1 million really great step-by-step picture and video guides on exactly how to do that online.
Yeah.
So, and they'll probably tell you exactly what hard drive to buy. Everyone knows probably what the best hard drive is at this point. Smarter people than us have already figured that out. So, please don't listen to us, because we don't really know anything. Alright, that's all of our emails and tweets and questions and whatnot. If you want to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. And don't forget the subreddit, reddit.com/r/e1m1.
All right, don't forget to join the forums. Mark yourselves on the map. Join us for Monday Night Game Night, 10 p.m. EST, as Left 4 Dead 2. Also join us for Thursday Night Game Night. I think Unreal Tournament's coming up soon in the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Well, this month's TVG...
Don't forget the Game Club.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure if you were done here. I'm on a delay. I can't get Skype video from you.
Oh.
TVGP Game Club this month is Knights of the Old Republic, and it is awesome. The thread's still going, and just play this game.
It's half off on iOS right now. It's only $5.
Yes, you can totally play it on the go.
And if you want to watch this
Fantastic.
show live, you can do so at twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. If you can't catch it live, archive is there and on YouTube. And don't forget, In Six Chunks from the community has been live streaming and archiving some of the Monday night and Thursday night stuff. So go check him out. It's In6CHUNX. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Peace. Oh, man.
Okay.
Sorry, I zoned out there.
What do we got for titles?
You guys got anything?
Nah.
All right. We got some in chat here.
Title: We Are the Black Angus. I'm gonna write that down.
No touchscreen shenanigans. And what's another title in here?
I actually like We Are the Black Angus. Really, I like that a lot.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty strong. Windows Me and Microsoft Bob.
Yep.
Vita Viking approves of your taste.
All right, I got a few here myself. Annual Crash, Ding Dong Guy, the Knobs Patch, As Conspicuous as You Can Be, Jet Shenanigans, Electro Fist Knuckle Guy,
I say
Shadow
shenanigans
face.
a lot.
Yeah,
You
that was the word of the week.
Yeah. Guy Fawkes ripoff. Punch the bomb until it turns off. If pirates can't save it, what can? PC station thing. You bought a shiny brick. Shadow gun run thing. My Best Buy.
I'm real good at alliteration. All right.
Yeah.
I have special Best Buys.
I have special Best Buys.
Lady catheters and Heller pad.
P-Flux also has It's Not Batman Incorporated. I really like We Are the Black Angus.
That's pretty good.
Let's circle that one here.
All right.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 314 for October 28th, 2013. We are the Black Angus.
Beautiful marbling.
Ooh.
Stupid show. Alright, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us in live stream again. Always appreciate seeing a bunch of you peeps coming week after week. Love chatting with all you.
Yes.
We'll see you next